Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has arrived in Washington to attend a major global summit hosted by US President Donald Trump, centered on Gaza and what the White House is calling a new international peace framework. The gathering is being held under the banner of the Board of Peace, or BOP, a leader-driven forum that Trump wants to position as a faster alternative to the United Nations in managing post-war stabilization. The summit's immediate focus is expected to be threefold: strengthening the Gaza ceasefire, securing financial pledges for reconstruction, and finalizing plans for a proposed International Stabilisation Force, or ISF. Washington has already announced an initial commitment of $5 billion towards the BOP's financing pool. The proposed ISF would be tasked with securing reconstruction zones in Gaza and supporting a post-conflict governance arrangement, but the idea is already raising serious diplomatic and legal questions. For Pakistan, the key issue is whether Islamabad could be asked to contribute troops to the stabilization force. Diplomatic sources say the question has gained urgency after it reportedly came up in discussions between Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio on the sidelines of the Munich Security Conference. Several Muslim countries are said to be open to joining a stabilization mechanism, but they are reluctant to take on any combat role that could place their forces in direct confrontation with Hamas. They are also demanding a clear political horizon for Palestinian statehood and opposing Israeli moves towards annexation in the occupied West Bank. The structure of the Board of Peace, with an operational military arm and its own financing pool, reflects Washington's preference for coalition-based mechanisms outside the slower UN system. This has led many diplomats and scholars to question both the effectiveness and legitimacy of the project. Pakistan's former ambassador to the US and the UN, Maliha Lodi, has warned that the BOP risks lacking credibility from the outset. She pointed out that there is no Palestinian representation on the board, raising fundamental concerns about its legitimacy. She also cautioned that externally imposed governance arrangements could become a colonial-style project and said Pakistan should not have joined the initiative in haste. Another layer of complexity is the political balancing act facing Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif during the visit. Akbar Ahmed, the Ibn Khaldun Chair of Islamic Studies at American University, says Shehbaz arrives with two major dilemmas, one internal and one external. Domestically, he must manage civil-military dynamics, raising security pressures and politically sensitive questions around the continued incarceration and health of former Prime Minister Imran Khan. Externally, Shehbaz must navigate Pakistan's relationship with Washington while also maintaining its strategic equilibrium with China, especially as tensions rise on the both eastern and western borders. For the Trump administration, this summit is expected to secure troop commitments, construction funding, and political endorsement for the US-led stabilization model in Gaza. For Muslims and Arab states, participation is tied to a permanent ceasefire, a credible path to Palestinian statehood, and a strictly non-combat mandate for any multinational force. How Pakistan positions itself between these competing expectations could shape not only the outcome of this summit, but also Islamabad's longer-term role in the post-conflict framework for Gaza.